Okay, here we go.
Violence against women is defined as any act of gender-based violence that results in or is likely to result in physical, sexual or psychological harm or suffering to women, including threats of such acts, coercion or arbitrary deprivation of liberty, whether occurring in public or in private life. We live in a world in which women are taught how to defend themselves from rape instead of teaching men not to rape.
All of the progress that we have made, none of it matters if women cannot live free from violence.
He didn't do it on purpose. He didn't want to hurt me.
Victims of violence need help, not advice.
If we are to fight discrimination and injustice against women, we must start from the home. For if a woman cannot be safe in her own house, then she cannot be expected to feel safe anywhere.
Violence against women is a key element in this new global world, not only because of the horror it evokes or the message it sends, but because of what women represent in their capacity to keep their communities together and to defend non-commercial conceptions of security and wealth.
Threatening a current or former partner isn't passion or love or heartache. It's violence, it's abuse, and it's a crime.
The danger of tolerating any artful behavior is that it can all too quickly become the norm. When the partner is perceived as the cause of the violence, the perpetrator feels justified in using it. Once the actions are justified, they are more likely to be repeated.
One who loves you, hugs you, it doesn't beat you.
He said, "I won't do it again." I don't believe him. Violence is a weakness, not strength.
Poor women suffer terrible sexual violence that goes unreported because of their social class. These women do not have access to therapy or other methods of healing. Their repeated abuse ultimately eats away at their self-esteem, driving them to drugs, prostitution, AIDS, and in many cases death.
Stalking is unwanted or excessive attention by an individual or group toward another person, often manifested through persistent harassment, intimidation, or following, monitoring of the victim.
Although stalkers are frequently portrayed as being strangers, they are most often known people, such as former or current partners, friends or colleagues.
Stalking by partners can be very dangerous, as sometimes it can escalate into severe violence, including murder.
Then they blame you and the way you look for what they did. What's worse is that a lot of time society blames you too.
Violence against women in private sphere, at home or domestic violence, is the main reason of death and disability among the women who encountered violence.
Fundamental Rights Agency survey revealed that Ireland, out of all European countries, has the second highest number of women avoiding places or situations for fear of being assaulted.
One in 5 women in Ireland who have been in a relationship have been abused by a current or former partner.
14% of women in Ireland have experienced physical violence by a partner since age 15.
% of Irish women have experienced sexual violence by a current or former partner.
31% of Irish women have experienced psychological violence by a partner.
%25% of all violent crimes reported involve a man assaulting his wife or partner.
All my life I had to fight, but I never thought I'd have to fight in my own house.
Since 1996, 230 women have died violently in the Republic of Ireland. 61% were killed in their own homes.
Irish research found that of women who had experienced violent behaviour, 46% had been injured. 10% of women were punched in the face. 10% punched or kicked on the body, arms or legs. 9% choked, and 9% forced to have sex.
One in 3 women in Europe experience violence.
Violence doesn't have a race, a class, a religion, or a nationality, but it does have a gender.
Break the silence before it's too late.
Love should not hurt.
Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women.
Hands are not for hitting.
Don't tell me how to dress. Tell them not to rape.
Your silence is their greatest weapon.
We can't break the cycle of domestic violence by keeping it a secret. Tell someone.
We must not remain silent.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping. Planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo
We raise our hands against violence. We must change, and we will change. Love and respect for all women.
You're beautiful.